Not proud of it, man enough to say it. I was one of those guys back in 2020, 2024, shit, even 2016 before I could vote. I was all for Trump. I was all for MAGA. I believed he was going to make America great again. I believed he was going to drain the swamp. I thought he was going to be different. He wasn't a career politician. And boy, was I wrong.
Greetings to everyone. Welcome to Red Ninja Network. I'm Mr. Red. Now, I had one of my close friends and viewers say that, hey, maybe you should make some content that's a little bit more uplifting for you. You've been working hard trying to balance two channels and maybe balance out some things that make you smile underneath the mask a little bit. And you know what? I couldn't agree more. So we're going to be reviewing a video today from the channel Jay Reed. Shout out to that channel. Shout out to that brother. And he has a video titled MAGA is Turning Against Trump. It's insane. I'm going to link this video down below, but I want to hear some of these reasons. As you heard from the opening clip, you got this guy who was MAGA. Now he's changing. And I'm just going to be real with you, okay? And some of you feel the same way. It's hard to be able to forgive anyone who was stupid enough to think that Donald Trump was anything other than what people were trying to tell him. But let's give them the benefit of the doubt on this and find out the exact reasons why. We have much to discuss. Let's strap in. Let's get after it.
My views didn't change. They still remain the same.
What did you say?
My views didn't change. They still remain the same. I did fall for the deception, though, because I can't in good conscience support someone who's responsible for a pointless war where thousands of innocent lives are dying every single day. I can't support someone who mocked Christ on Easter. I sure as hell can't support someone who calls the people who want transparency on one of the most heinous and insidious acts in human history, the Epstein files, calls them liars and lunatics. He's probably a part of it himself. Can't support that. When it comes to politics, it's hard to even align myself with one of the parties because they're both being controlled by the same puppeteers at the top. So I was wrong. Not proud of it. Man enough to say it.
This is the problem right here. Because had Trump not gone to war, had he not tweeted out the Easter thing, some people still were willing to support him even though the economy is objectively worse than it was under Joe Biden. The economy was improving under Joe Biden, though not ideal. There were metrics that this man was trying to correct what Donald Trump had done before. So when he says that he still believes the same political stuff that he does, that's the problem. Because Trump was willing to skirt the law in order to deport people. He was willing to do it in the most cruel way possible. And you all didn't have a problem with the cruelty. He has gone out of his way to fire black people, to denigrate black people. He never puts anyone black or brown or into his cabinet. He lied to everyone and said that DEI was about wokeness and basically didn't say that DEI benefited white people. No, he made it seem like it benefited black and brown people, and you all were good with that. Trump continues to pass these tax cuts, which are deficits, right? You all wanted him to fix the economy, and he has made it worse. He has got uncontrolled spending. Additionally, this man's corruption knows no bounds. And again, you all didn't care about any of that shit. You only cared about yourself. And that's the difference between the left and the right. I'm not talking about the politicians themselves. I'm saying generally the people on the left just want to live their lives. They want, if I'm going to pay taxes, then we should have some conveniences for what we pay for. It's people like this, these young people who, okay, let's say you're right on the policy stuff. Why is it that you all can't see the character flaws that we all saw? And the problem is that I'm going to use a Dave Chappelle reference. It's like being close to an elephant, right? All you see is his gray, wrinkly, peni-like skin. You have to step back in order to see the full elephant. Well, for black and brown people, particularly black people, we've been seeing the writing on the wall for years. Yet you all continue to vote against us But you worse off continue to vote against your own interests. And if you're so-called America first, you also vote against the interest of America.
I voted for Trump, but I am exhausted with the terrible PR from this administration on Iran, on Israel, on Epstein, on ICE. So many different issues that the American people are raising valid concern. And instead of getting direct, clear, consistent messaging from this administration on those concerns, we're getting memes and posts on Truth Social, many of which do not land well with the American people. Like, they certainly aren't swaying any people that might be on the fence. They're even going so far as to push a lot of people who voted for Trump away. And it's like, why does the administration not understand the gravity of this? Like,
it's not PR. It's the things that they're doing. It's the things that he actually wants to do. Y'all say that y'all want a transparent president or a upfront president that says whatever comes to mind. It's not PR. It's just what they want to do.
No, it is not even just that. Let me jump in there, Jay Reed, okay? Leave the mic hot for me. This is Donald Trump, period. This PR spin, this is Trump co-signing on it. This is them listening to Trump. This is them sniffing the booty cheeks of the shitter in chief. Make no mistake about it. When they sit here and try to spin this shit, this is all what Trump tells them to do. Because of you all, because of your vote for this man, he has made our political discourse where you can lie and there is no consequence for the lying. So all that to say, all these questions that are being brought up are shit we've been bringing up questions about before, but you didn't want to hear it until it started affecting you. This is what we were trying to tell you all. This isn't a serious man. This is a man who is used to dealing in lies and deceptions, and he has been running everything exactly that way. When you look back on who his mentors was and the type of stuff that they were telling him, even if you had read his goddamn book, but I get it, you're MAGA, you don't read it all, but even if you read his damn book or got a ChatGPT summary of it, it would have told you that Trump never takes accountability for anything. Lie, obfuscate, continue to push it off, say that it's fake news. You all were good on this because you didn't want to hear the other side when he was telling you, hey, this is wrong. We honestly have more alike in what we want than what we don't want. The difference is you all say that the left is all about culture wars, but the truth of the matter is it has always been the right who has pushed culture wars the hardest. I mean, you all cared about Obama's tan suit, for God's sake. How is anybody supposed to forgive your dumbasses for that? So to sit here and say that, oh, well, he's tweeting and I don't understand why it's happening that way. You all saw that he was doing that the first time. You all saw how much he was on Twitter and how damaging it can be. There's a saying in the military, loose lips sink ships. Donald Trump's lips move as much as his asshole does. It's no wonder nothing could stay secure. Hell, there was a ceasefire that's brought up. Donald Trump runs his mouth like it's a victory, and then the Iranians pull back out. This is who you all voted for. And we all knew this shit. The problem is y'all didn't.
A whole civilization will die tonight. That is the definition of genocide. He talks like a supervillain from a Marvel comic.
This is Power Plant and Bridge Day. Peace wins. War loses.
It is vile. It begins with a promise to use the U.S. military to destroy civilian infrastructure, which is to say to commit a war crime.
I saw this yesterday, and like Marjorie Greene and like Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens and everybody else, this is disturbing. It's actually sickening, but it's Easter Sunday. It's literally the holiest day of the year, and this is what you post? And this is when you realize Trump is evil.
Oh, Trump says, we love the Iranian people. We're going to make them live in hell. It's just so obvious slop from Trump on Easter.
And just announcing war crimes. We're declaring war on the civilian population. Man, dude, the recklessness of Donald Trump. We're not trying to start a holy war with 1.5 billion people.
Those people who are in direct contact with the president need to say, no, I'll resign.
How do we 25th Amendment his ass?
Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, Nick Fuentes, Marjorie Taylor Greene. I mean, the list goes on and on and on.
Yes, exactly. I haven't got a chance to talk about this yet, but the fact that you have all of these media personalities on the right now speaking up and saying, hey, this shit is crazy. Maybe we should 25th. And they're not even going far enough. They're saying enough because they still don't want to alienate their MAGA base. But they're saying just enough to maybe spark a few brain cells that MAGA should have been using when they voted for him the first time, or when they voted first, second, third time. Definitely this election. And I can't believe I'm sitting here agreeing with some of the people that we just saw. I can't believe that I'm actually agreeing with this dude right here, the bald-headed guy on the left as opposed to the right. Point being is, MAGA is turning on Trump. And whether he likes it or not, they're ready to be done with him. And this is the exit ramp. And if Trump continues to lose his biggest voices, especially prior to the midterms, oh, he's going to be in some serious trouble. In my final word, I want to say this. I don't know how I rightly feel about this situation, and please bear with me on this. On one hand, you have these MAGA influencers who are rightfully calling out how dangerous this moment is. But the fact is that there were moments before this that should have shown and proved how dangerous this man was. This man said that he didn't agree with or he didn't know nothing about Project 2025. But instead of taking the time to read it and say, wow, this is insane. These people have been a part of his campaign and next to him. And if they really do want to push this agenda, this will have devastating consequences on the United States going forward. You all have seen how he capitulates to other world leaders. I'm talking about the big ones. How he capitulates to Kim Jong-un. How he capitulates to Putin. How he capitulates to Nettie. And you all still were rah. You couldn't see this. We have to ask ourselves why. Why is it that the right could not see the red flags that we saw? We don't see the red flags for people that we like. And why would you like Trump? Oh, we like him because he said he's going to do this and he's going to do that. Well, we knew from the first time he was in office that he had lied 30,000 times. That wasn't enough to deter to you people? We had the evidence. When people were dying, 1 million Americans died of COVID, and he just sat there and said, hey, why don't you swish some bleach around up in your ass and then clear it out? That's who you all thought should have been commander-in-chief, the man next to the nuclear codes, notwithstanding that he would be the oldest president. We just talked about Sleepy Joe Biden, and you all didn't think that this man had issues? Or that he wouldn't have issues? There's a bunch of blinders, but the biggest blinder of why people allow Trump to be Trump. It's the elephant in the room, and it's the reason why America will never truly be great until this gets addressed. And that's the racism. You all didn't have a problem with kids being in cages. You weren't outraged by that. You're outraged by gas prices. You're outraged by this Easter thing. You're outraged by a war. You weren't even outraged when he went into another country and stole its leader out of it. But if someone came to America and took Trump up out of here, you all would be revolting and fighting right now. You'd say, let's get him. The hypocrisy of MAGA knows no bounds, but it's good to see that MAGA is finally starting to wake up. Stay vigilant, stay engaged, stay revolutionary.